In the book of Matthew, we read, "The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel," which means God with us. Hundreds of years before these words were written, a prophet also writes the same thing in Isaiah 7:14. "Therefore, the Lord himself will give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son and will call him Emmanuel." Emmanuel, or God with us, means that Jesus' birth speaks of a God who enters into the world of his creation. He is a God who comes near. There are so many religions that believe in God, but to find a God who voluntarily comes to be with his creation, so not only do they have evidence of his existence, but also so that they can get to know him and what kind of God he is, what makes him rejoice, what makes him cry, now that is special. When Jesus comes and is God with us, it breaks the physical barrier that has so long separated man from their Creator, where man can once again walk with their God as they did back in the garden. Race, ethnicity, wealth, social status doesn't impact your relationship with Jesus. All are invited to come, and we see this from the very first day Jesus was born, when an angel appeared to shepherds in a field nearby to let them know of this new arrival and encourage them to go see him. I don't believe the fact that the shepherds were the first to hear of Jesus' birth was accidental. See, shepherds in the first century were poor, lower class, uneducated, and considered unclean. And these lowly, uneducated shepherds were frightened to see the angel and later on a host of angels, let alone visit Jesus. How would they be accepted? How could they, these lower class shepherds, walk up to the mansion where the Messiah surely must have been born? Which is why it is so important that the angels mentioned to the shepherds that Jesus was wrapped. See, this was the way that peasants, like shepherds, would take care of their children. But it's also important that the angels told the shepherds that Jesus was lying in a manger. Jesus was not born in a mansion or a wealthy man's house, but in a place that the shepherds would be welcome, a home like theirs. In other words, when the God of everything made his grand entrance, it was the social outcasts who were given first looks. Jesus' coming symbolizes God's closeness with all his creation. We can reach out to him without having to reach too far. He understands life on earth because he too lived it with us, and he welcomes you to live life with him.